From Neil Young and the Shocking Pinks, his latest phase. Wondering is what that video is called. So much history to that guy. Look at Neil Young and think about his days with Buffalo Springfield, later on with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and then his own solo career. A lot of good stuff. Glad to have his video here at MTV. I'm Martha Quinn, Triple JJ Jackson. Thank you for keeping the videos rolling around here this afternoon, as JJ always does. Right here, some music news. First up, we have a photograph of someone named Leo Smith. He might look familiar to you as Johnny Rotten or John Lydon. Leo Smith is the name of the character Lydon plays in his first movie called Corrupt. The film co-stars Harvey Keitel as a corrupt police officer. Lydon plays Keitel's victim, then the tables turn and he becomes Keitel's victimizer. The film opens in New York on January 19th and the rest of the country in February. Lydon and his band Public Image are just starting a tour and should be in the States by early 1984. It'll be interesting to see the ex-Johnny Rotten in such a film, co-starring with Harvey Keitel. And U2 has a brand new live album coming out real soon called Under a Blood Red Sky. You know that is a line from New Year's Day. In fact, New Year's Day is live on the album, as well as I Will Follow and Gloria. Jimmy Iovine has mixed the album. Iovine also worked with Tom Petty, produced Bob Seger's album, also a producer for Stevie Nicks, so this will be an interesting sound. And there's a new band. Former UFO bassist Pete Way has formed a new band called Wasted, W-A-Y-S-T-E-D. The band's first album, Vices, has just been released. You know, Pete Way went from UFO to playing with Ozzy Osbourne for a short period of time and also helped out in the formation of Fast Way, Fast Eddie Clarke's band. Pete is the Way, obviously, in Fast Way. Wasted also features Paul Raymond on guitar and keyboards. He used to be in UFO, and a guy named Frank Noon on drums who used to be in Def Leppard for a while. Concert information right here, and these concert dates are sponsored by Panasonic Platinum Series. Panasonic Platinum, MTV showing you where Lord's the New Church are playing. They're in heaven in Pittsburgh, and then they go on to the East Side Club in Philly, then the 930 Club, the Living Room in Providence, the Paradise in Boston, and at Toad's Place in New Haven, Connecticut. Well, I have something exciting. Right up real soon, I have the debut of Rick Springfield's new video called Souls from the Human Touch album. Now, you can check the new Rick Springfield video out right after this. Inside when you stand by, some rockin' jumpin' music from Roman Holiday, my current favorite video right there. I'm Martha Quinn, and this is the official MTV blue t-shirt. We're making them available for just the next few days, and if you want to get a hold of one of these, you can order by Visa, MasterCard, or American Express by calling this toll-free number, 1-800-543-7500. This is only for taking orders. The t-shirt is $8, and there is a $16 minimum on phone orders. Or you can send your name, address, and t-shirt size with a check or money order to the MTV Blue T-shirt, P.O. Box 4110, Huntington Station, New York, 11746. Do add your local sales tax and $1.50 for shipping and handling. No CODs. The number for ordering t-shirts is 1-800-543-7500. And in case you've just now gotten your pencil, this is the address. MTV Blue T-shirt, P.O. Box 4110, Huntington Station, New York, 11746. The Alarm doing the stand here on MTV. Coming up, some Moody Blues video, Sitting at the Wheel. But right up next in the news, you're not going to believe it, but trust me on this one, Dean Martin talking about MTV after this word from Twix. I'm Martha Quinn, and this is MTV Music News, and this is certainly a special event because appearing in this monitor shortly will be, thank you, Dean Martin here on MTV. Why? Because Dean Martin has actually made a video, and here we have conversation with Dean telling us why he decided to make a video.
I talked to my son Ricky, and he's the one actually that gave me the idea of doing it. He asked me if I had seen any MTV, and I said, yes. And he asked me if I would like to do one. I said, all right, you set it all up and I'll do it. That's how it all came about. We did it, and I just hope that something comes from it. I hope the teenagers like it. Not the teenagers, the teenagers.
You know, each night I ask the stars up above, Why Must I Be? Yes, a teenager in love. Dean Martin here on MTV. And you know something else? It's a special surprise. I've actually gotten a hold of this Dean Martin video. So let's take a look at it right here. This is Dean Martin here on MTV and Since I Met Your Baby. The very first video, Sitting at the Wheel, is what it's called, from the present album. I'm Martha Quinn, and it's time right now for, yes, some trivia from Miami, Florida, sent in, and as a matter of fact, it's from Debbie Marquis, who has sent in a whole bunch of real good Beatle trivia questions, and a non-Beatle trivia question that I'm going to save to the end. She sent in, and I've picked a couple of just nice, quick little Beatle trivia questions. On the Sgt. Pepper's album, When I'm 64, who remembers the name of the grandchildren? Anybody know? Anybody know who remembers the name of the grandchildren on When I'm 64? Vera, Chuck, and Dave. Yes, absolutely right. Vera, Chuck, and Dave. And the other one is, who is Martha of Martha, My Dear? I mean, of course, you'd love to say it's about somebody we all know, but it's about Paul's English sheepdog named Martha. And for the non-Beatle trivia question, there was a special on television a couple of years back you may have seen called Heroes of Rock and Roll, and there's a film clip of Bruce Springsteen. Who introduces the film clip of Bruce Springsteen? Somebody we all know and love. Somebody we all know and love. Yes, yes, yes. He was here just moments ago. J.J. Jackson. Yes, J.J. is in Heroes of Rock and Roll, and he's sort of a hero of rock and roll, and introduces Bruce Springsteen. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Debbie Marquis from Miami, Florida. You sent in a whole bunch of great trivia questions. I appreciate it. If you, like Debbie, have some rock and roll knowledge you'd like to share with us, please send it on into this address. Martha Quinn's MTV Trivia, P.O. Box 1310, Radio City Station, New York, New York, 10101. In a big country video here on MTV, I am Martha Quinn with the news. You know, the second leg of the police tour starts later on this month, on the 28th. I'm going to have all of the dates for you at the end of this news segment. But right here, I do have some news about Peter Wolf of the J. Giles Band. A few days ago, we reported that singer Peter Wolf is out of the J. Giles Band. Well, Peter called us up to talk about the split. He said that it was not his decision to leave the band and that he is, quote, upset about the decision, end quote. As far as the reason for the split, he said, quote, it's not very constructive at this time for anyone to talk about the details of the decision, end quote. Wolf said he'd be back announcing the details of some solo work very soon. We'll keep you posted, and we wish both the Giles Band and Peter Wolf the best of luck. Interesting that it wasn't his decision. Tom Petty is in the news. Tom Petty celebrating a birthday today. He turns 32 years old. Tom Petty is working on a new live album, and the rest of the Heartbreakers are keeping busy as well. Stan Lynch's been working with T-Bone Burnett, and Mike Campbell is writing material right now with Tom Petty for their next studio album. Okay, I promised you police tour dates. I have them for you right here. The police out on the road. Miami and Orlando, these dates are being opened up by the Animals. We also have the Fix, UB40, Kissing the Pink, opening up for the police in various areas of the country. So you can check them out. And let me tell you, the police, they're so good to see in video and to hear on the albums, and they do a real good live show. The sound system is real fine, top quality sound system, and with the video screens as well, you can be sitting way, way, way in the back and still see the close-ups of Sting, Andy, and Stewart as they bring you the music. So these are the dates for the police, Champaign, Illinois, the last that we have. If you were with us last Friday night, you saw a Quiet Riot and a tough battle against ZZ Top in the Friday night video fights. Well, Quiet Riot's come on, Feel the Noise, retain the title, and this week they're taking on a particularly seasoned challenger, yes, the Rolling Stones, and Start Me Up against Quiet Riot's Come On, Feel the Noise. This is going to be a tough one. Start Me Up is one of the few videos that when it gets played in a club, it gets applause. So we'll see what happens at 11 o'clock on the East Coast, 8 o'clock on the West Coast. Quiet Riot up against the Rolling Stones. That's Friday night. A little bit sooner than that, I'll be talking about Annie Lennox amidst a whole bunch of videos, so stay with me. Reich and Queen of the Reich here on MTV. New video for us, and I certainly hope you enjoyed it. Next Wednesday night, a week from yesterday, somebody else will be sitting here playing videos. Phil Collins is going to be in playing VJ. It'll be Phil talking about his working with Robert Plant, Adam Ant, Frieda Lyngstad. He's going to be our guest VJ here in the studio. So you can check that out next Wednesday night at 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 o'clock on the West Coast, right here on MTV. Phil Collins, our guest VJ.